no job, no money for hustlers.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
The rainy season coming soon.
And a pleasant welcome to you this morning.
All the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep.
Here on ADC Radio 105.1.
Living in a
It's the program, the editorial review,
since the daddy went to war to
and a regular program here that comes your way every Monday to Friday.
shelter. Oh, children have no education.
We are beaming live from the corners of Broad and Buchanan Street in Central Monrovia.
To eat, we got major headlines.
It's the radio service of the Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation, ABC Radio 105.1. Welcome to it. Fresh and brand new edition. It promises to be fascinating and very great. Stick and still don't go away.
How many people
Because the very best in our local dealers
do you have out there?
is up next on this program.
No job, no money,
Like we've always told you,
no cause, no glory.
we are open to doing business with you here.
That's what we know.
All you need to
How many people do you love?
is to make a stop
How many people do you cherish?
by our offices at the corners of Broad and Buchanan Street in Central Monrovia,
Most especially for men.
and we will give you the services you need.
No cause, no,
Advertise here today
no help.
and yield the necessary results.
That's what we know.
It's ABC Radio 105.1. Welcome to it.
There is no job.
Few bars of our theme song and go straightly into the program.
We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. You don't know stories? You've been rapping stories from rapper pages. Keep rapping stories about people who not too concerned. We got a lot of people in the ghetto, people on the block, people in the street. If y'all know what I know, follow me. And I'll take you to places where people are suffering. We got lame people. I mean, people that in need, man. People too much in need. Come on, yeah. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially for men. No job, no money. No trust, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially for men. No job, no money. No trust, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. I can't stand no more.
Yes, welcome to it this morning. ABC Radio here on 105.1. It's the program, the editorial review. Straightly now into our program. And where is our very, very first stop? Where is our very, very first stop this morning? Our very, very first stop this morning is there in Congo Town. Congo Town, directly opposite 540 Junction. Directly opposite 540 Junction is the New Republic newspaper. New Republic newspaper. Tuesday, April 11, 2023, and this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. Number 286, volume 13. That's the New Republic newspaper. Front page banner headline of the New Republic newspaper reads, PYJ worried. That's Senator Prince Y. Johnson. The paper is asking questions. Senator Prince Y. Johnson worried. Grab a copy of this paper for 40 Liberian dollars and get to know why they are asking the question they are asking. PYJ worried. To the back page 9 of the New Republic newspaper. VP Taylor, Riley Southeasterners support. VP Taylor, Riley Southeasterners support. The vice president is in the Southeast rallying the support of Southeasterners ahead of the 2023 October's poll. Still on the back page of the New Republic newspaper, PUL releases World Press Freedom Day Committee. Is there still a PUL? In fact, the leaders of the PUL are currently contesting in their various districts, and they are still holding on to power. But let's leave it at that. But say PUL releases Press Freedom Day Committee. So far we're concerned there's no leadership at that PUL currently. Cyrus makes key intervention in strategic sector. That's Momo Cyrus makes key intervention in strategic sector. To the editorial of the New Republic newspaper, where it says NEC should not grandstand but make adjustment if possible. NEC should not grandstand but make adjustment if possible. Our next stop this morning, where is it? Our next stop this morning is the Inquirer Daily Newspaper. The Inquirer Daily Newspaper. Our next stop this morning is the Inquirer Daily Newspaper. Yes, it's Inquirer Daily Newspaper. What it says here. This paper too is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. Volume 33, number 47, Tuesday, April 11, 2023. Front page banner headline. Court picks bone. Court picks bone on yesterday. Court picks bone on yesterday. Gives Captain 24-hour ultimatum. That's Money Hour Captain, the chairperson of the national the Liberia Legislative Corporation. It's a court piece born on ESC. Gives Money Hour Captain 24-hour. Grab a copy of this paper and get to know the details why. This paper too is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. Lipa dose shot for US 360,000 rental fee. Lipa dose shot for US 350,000 rental fee. That's the Liberia Institute for Public Administration, LIPA. Wow. Justice Forum Liberia wants harmful drugs banned in Liberia for sure. Justice Forum Liberia wants harmful drugs banned in Liberia. Asset tracing, financial financial profiling critical to fighting corruption. Chairperson Martin asserts. Asset tracing, financial profiling critical to fighting corruption. Chairperson Martin accepts. Grab a copy of the In Profile newspaper and read the details. Let's move quickly down to the back page of the Inquirer newspaper. 1,093 pieces of ammunition discovered in Ganta. Resident alarms. Wow. 1,093 pieces of ammunition discovered in Ganta. Residents alarms. Still on the back page of the Inquirer newspaper, has defense prepared witnesses, court grants continuance in U.S. 1 million drug trial. Has defense prepared witnesses, court grants continuance in U.S. 1 million drug trial. That's it. Let's run for this paper editorial now. Let's run for the Inquirer newspaper editorial. Kudos to NEC for phase 1 exercise, but kudos to NEC for phase 1 exercise. That's the BDR exercise. But that's it for the Inquirer newspaper.
The rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Technology is a bit on war. Tell me.
Our next stop is Kerry Street, City Plaza Building. Big Brother Mohammed Khan is the publisher of this one. That's the Authoritative Heritage newspaper. Volume 25, number 355. Tuesday, April 11, 2023. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars as well. Let's run quickly for its front page banner headline. That's the Authoritative Heritage. Road to first round victory. Can we as CDC pull the trigger? Road to first round victory. Can we as CDC pull the trigger? Is a question here. NEC retrieves data materials from phase 1 of biometric voter registration. NEC retrieves data materials from phase 1 biometric voter registration. Quickly to the back page of the Inquirer, that's the Heritage newspaper. MPC embarks on reconditioning of feeder roads in Grand Bassa County. MPC, what is the MPC? Is that the Ministry of Public? No. Oh, that's the political leader of the Movement for Progressive Change. That's Simeon Fremont. Wow, that's great. Simeon Fremont embarks on reconditioning of road in Grand Bassa County. Still on the back page of the Heritage newspaper, Gola Transboundary Landscape Implementing Partners meet in Monroeville. Gola Transboundary Landscape Implementing Partners meet in Liberia. Yes, and this one now, the Premier League's most prolific striker has Haaland chases record. Wow, that's Erling Haaland. Let's run for the editorial of the Heritage newspaper. Bar Oman for our country. Why is that Bar Oman for our country? Bar Oman for our country. We leave it at that. We leave it at that.
You don't know stories? You've been rapping stories from back. I cannot go to school cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines.
Excuse me, Mr. Journalist, how do you make your headlines and your press releases a day?
But I'm really still
I'm getting confused here, even though I read the papers. Our next stop this morning is the Analyst newspaper. For those who strive for better Liberia, Liberia's most analytical newspaper. And that's the motto of this one. Stanley Seeker is the managing publisher. Volume 24, number 146. Tuesday, April 11, 2023. And this paper too is sold for $40 Liberian. The front page banner headline of the Analyst newspaper reads, Africa needs 2.4 trillion for climate financing to on multilateral development banks reforms. Africa needs 2.4 trillion USD for climate financing to on multilateral development bank reforms. Still here, Maryland County is for we are 100%. Who's saying that? Citizen assures VP Taylor on historic visit. Even though campaign process have not resumed, but what is taking place, I think NEC needs to step in. But we'll leave it at that and run to the back page of the that's the Analyst newspaper. Team Kanumba slams Charles Coffee for gravely injuring PUL moral authority. Team Kanumba slams Coffee for gravely injuring PUL moral authority for sure. All of the leaders currently at the PUL, they are contesting, and yet they are still in those positions. But let's see how it turned out. PUL prepares for Press Freedom Day, appoints preparatory body for Monrovia program. New independent rep candidate Spark UP says District 13 is honor represented. That's it. Let's run for the editorial of the Analyst newspaper. We as unpleasant outburst and the intent of the Farmington River Declaration. Grab a copy of the Analyst newspaper and get to know the details therein. This paper is sold for just $40 Liberian. $40 Liberian is the price for the Analyst newspaper.
I cannot go to school cause no more money.
I can't go to school cause no money.
Excuse me, Mr. Journalist.
I want to eat but no money as well. Isn't that worth making headline, Mr. Journalist?
I read the news every day.
I'm reading the news every day, but I can't see my problem being published.
Ask you some question. Oh.
Can I ask you some question here? Our next stop is the new newspaper. Our partner in progress. The Nation News since 1989. and it's April 11, 2023, Tuesday's edition. Volume 35, number 241. This paper too is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. Front page banner headline reads, "One round victory a must. One round victory a must. Opposition political parties reassure we are." One round victory a must. Opposition political parties reassure we are. Still on the front page of the new newspaper, ULAA Board of Directors confirmed 2023 election official. As the University of Liberia Alumni Association, yes, they have confirmed the election official. Let's run to the back page of the new newspaper now. The back page of the new newspaper. Money captain in hot water, given 24 hours to retract negative comments. That's Money Arrow captain in hot water, given 24 hours to retract negative comment. Grab a copy of this paper and get to know what did he say that prompted the 24-hour ultimatum. Uproar in National Muslim Council. Group rejects unconstitutional election results. the issue of election in this town is not an easy thing. Now it was with the PUL when we still in court. Now the Muslim Council to say that meaning that you put there, we agree with it. The whole election process was unconstitutional. We must go back and redo the process. Anything that is not done legally is not done at all. Still on the back page of the new newspaper, PUL Moral Authority is being gravely injured. Tim Kanuba claims PUL Moral Authority is being gravely injured. How can you be a journalist and a politician at the same time? Where do you stand? Let's run for the editorial of the new newspaper here. Government must release new transport fares. And I agree with this editorial. The new transport fare must be released. Yes, it has to be released. That is for the new newspaper there. That's it for the new newspaper there.
Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press.
Excuse me, Madam Journalist. There's not only Mr. in the media.
I read the news.
Excuse me, Sister Journalist. Although I read your news headlines, but I'm really getting confused. So I want to ask you some questions. How do you make your headlines? Is it based on money? Is it based on the presidency or technology? Because we've got major headlines here in the ghettos. Our next stop this morning, that's Otello Gabla New Down newspaper, down the UN Drive area, directly opposite the National Investment Commission. Today is Tuesday, April 11, 2023, and this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. Volume 13, number 054. The front page banner headline of the New Down newspaper reads, "Huge ammunition discovered in Ganta." What is going on? The last time it was in the Freeport of Monrovia. Today is in Ganta. Huge ammunition discovered in Ganta. That's the front page banner headline. Still on the front page of the New Dawn newspaper, presidential hopeful purges Christian state. Jesus. He wants to be president. He has not getting the presidency yet, but he says that Liberia is pushing for a Christian state. Let's see how that works. To the back page of the New Dawn newspaper. Alleged drug trafficker to testify in U.S. 100 million cocaine bust case. Alleged drug traffickers to testify in U.S. 100 million cocaine bust case. That's it there for the back page of the New Dawn newspaper. Let's run for the editorial. Liberians should applaud themselves. Liberians should applaud themselves. For what reason? Grab a copy of the New Dawn newspaper for 40 Liberian dollars.
Excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today.
Excuse me, sister journalist.
I read the news and
Excuse me, madam
I
journalist.
really still getting
We've got some female in the media too now,
ask you some
so you
questions.
cannot be Mr. Journalist.
Pay some money. They say
How do you make your headline, madam journalist?
pay some tax. No,
Is it based on money?
some more. Tell me.
What is the basis for your headline? Our next stop this morning is the Philibert Brown Hot Pepper newspaper. We Too Belong, volume 6, April 11, 2023, and this paper is sold for $40 Liberian.
The rainy season coming.
Front page banner headline reads, "We need to focus on rebuilding Liberia. Diaspora Liberian encourages colleagues." We need to focus on rebuilding Liberia. Diaspora Liberians encourage colleague. And that's a good one. All of us need to focus on rebuilding Liberia. Stay on the front page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Get ready. NEC tells BVR phase 2 counties declares phase 1 ended and successful. Get ready. We are coming your way. LRP vows to return Liberia to God. Has Liberia left from God already? If you want to return Liberia to God, has Liberia left from God? But that's it. That's a question there. But let's leave it at that and run to the back page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Tim Kanumba assures Coffee leadership of eroding PUL's moral authority. Tim Kanumba accuses Cass Coffee leadership of eroding PUL moral authority. Still on the back page, the media is in the media. The media is in the media for the wrong reason this time around. Okay. Liberia continues to record significant democratic gains under President Weah. Liberia continues to record significant democratic gains under President Weah. Foreign Minister D. Maxwell Kimia tells second summit for democracy. To the editorial now of this one, that's the Hot Pepper newspaper. The Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change, CDC, strengthening its bid for a return to the presidency. Yes, the party is strengthening its bid, has just gained another 6 political parties to join in the struggle.
No more money. Hey, yo.
Excuse me, sister journalist. Excuse me, madam journalist.
In the press release today.
How do you make your headline and your press releases a day?
I read the news every day.
Even though I read the news every day, but I'm still getting confused.
Oh, they say pay some money. They say pay some president.
Madam journalist, I want to ask you some questions.
Technology, they say pay some war.
Are you available to be asked?
Oh, we are makers.
Our next and final stop this morning
No money.
is Johnson Street.
We are makers.
Sam O.D. Independent newspaper. Tuesday, April 11, 2023, and this paper too is sold for $40 Liberian. Front page banner headline reads, "Zogos will trouble us if." They already troubling us. They will not trouble. They are troubling us already. So we need to attack them too positively. Let us see the reasons why our brothers are out there and address the situation. Zogos will trouble us. DeLon speaks. Open rehab center. Brown brings NEC to spotlight. That's former ambassador Louis Brown, former ambassador to the UN. Louis Brown brings NEC to spotlight. To the back page of the Independent newspaper. To the back page now. Use the law to address electoral dispute. Lawyer challenges politicians' orders. Use the law to address electoral disputes. Lawyer challenges politicians' orders. Still on the back page, GOL descends on media. AFL. GOL descends on media. AFL. That's the Association of Female Lawyers of Liberia. Exclusive polytechnic for at-risk youth soon. Exclusive polytechnic for at-risk youth soon, the ones we call Zogos in the country. Let's run for the editorial of this paper now. What's the editorial say? Embrace peace, sung violence, a panacea to national development and progress. This paper too is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. Excuse me, sister journalist, I want to ask you some questions.
Excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really
still really getting confused, sister journalist.
some questions.
Madam journalist,
Maybe some money.
can I ask you a few questions?
Maybe some presidents.
Please.
Maybe some technology. Is it?
That's it, yeah?
Tell me.
We've done with the papers.
Oh,
Shortly, we go into our conversation,
there is no job.
at which time we activate the phone lines for your participation too as well. Let's take a few bars about the theme song.
There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take up coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. We got major headlines, oh, we got major stories. Oh, there is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines, we got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially women.
How many persons do you help?
Money,
How many persons do you cherish?
no help for poor men.
No help for the poor.
That's what we know. How many people?
They've got major stories.
How many people do you cherish?
Welcome back to it. Welcome back to it. And our talking point this morning, our conversation is from the New Dawn newspaper. Huge ammunition discovered in Ganta. Huge ammunition discovered in Ganta. Let's read a few lines of this story and we can talk about it. The huge ammunition discovered in Ganta. Let's read a few lines of this story. Over 1,000 rounds of ammunition have been discovered in Blagay Town community, Ganta, Nima County, causing unease among residents. The ammunition totaling 1,093 pieces are believed to be AK-47 and GMG rounds, along with 7 empty shells. They were turned over to the Ganta Police Detachment. Police Commander Achi Dennis took delivery of the ammunition rounds and empty shells. A 16-year-old lady made the discovery when he had gone to clean the backyard of his parents' home. So you see, they say the total number of this arm or ammunition is 1,093 pieces, believed to be AK-47 and GNG. Those of you who fought war and those of you who know about guns, you know what AK-47 is and you know what GNG is. Yeah. The last time we talked about gun issue was the one they discovered in the Freeport of Monrovia. And these things are coming just at the edge of our electoral processes. The police said she was investigating that other incident. Up to date, we've not been able to hear anything much about it. the person who transported that container to maneuver that landed in the port. There were information that they will be extradited to maneuver. How far is the process with the police? And here again, we have discovered another huge consignment of ammunition in Uganda. Like we've always said on this radio, and we'll continue to say, the police under Colonel Patrick Suru needs to be proactive. There are a whole lot of investigations that are lingering on the decks of the police, and there hasn't been any outcome. The one at the University of Liberia, the one in District Number 10, Oro particularly, and several other investigations around the country. And the police is sitting like nothing is happening. What is going on? Konosuru, we are in critical times. Our country is at a crossroad. If the police cannot be swift and proactive during this period, then I don't know when. I don't know when. This kind of information should be expeditiously investigated very fast. These are serious concerns. These are critical issues that need the police attention. And the police should be able to talk about, to properly investigate these things and come up with a conclusion in the soonest possible time. But to keep the citizen in limbo without any update as to how far you are, what's going on, what's the process like, is wrong. And it gives room for speculations. That's when you find people saying all sorts of things. It gives room to speculations. And you don't want to hear some of the speculations. And the people could be right. The people could be right. 0777 105 100 0555 105 100 are the numbers to call and be a part of it. 0777 105 100 0555 105 100 are the numbers to call this morning to be a part of the program. Huge consignment of ammunition again discovered in Uganda. The last time it was in Broadville and the port of Monrovia. And people can say things can only run for 2 weeks or 3 days in Liberia, but boom, it ends. How far is that investigation? The police is yet to come to the public. Let's go to this caller here. Hello? I'm sorry, we lost him. Yes. These things are critical. The more we delay and act like nothing is happening, we create room for all sorts of things. This person, hello? Hello, your name and where you join me from?
Well, my name's Richie Blamu Asamoah.
Asamoah here. Make your point, sir.
My brother, I think we are nationalistic and patriotic citizens. Like for us coming from the advocacy background, and you being a journalist that is also part of the civil society grouping, what we continually have to do is to urge the authority responsible and as they expeditiously, to look into the matter and bring to corporate, the perpetrator of this act. And these are the things we can do because on our justice system, everything begins from the police because the police have to conduct a proper investigation, coming up with a probable cause that leads them to the court on which the perpetrator can be brought before our judicial system.
Okay.
And so that the jurisprudence system can work and that the person can have their day in court.
Okay.
Because any other person that you accuse without their day in court, I think is extrajudicial trial.
Thank you very much.
These are the things that we
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
This caller here. Hello.
Good morning.
Your name and where you join me from?
My name is Abid Daniel, and I'm calling for the US draft.
Make your point, Daniel.
Well, let me appreciate this morning again for the talking point. Also, let me appreciate the Almighty God for pumping breath into all our voice to be heard this morning. My brother, for me, you know, when it comes to this gun issues and referee cases lying off on the part of the student, for me, I will say bring up on the part of the student. The justice minister is the final say of every cases are all part of the student death. When the justice minister get no or every part of the student to release these cases, they will now be released. So the justice minister is the one supposed to give us clear understanding about this gun business. But the justice minister is signing everything. Yeah, you know, yeah, we don't have a drug business in the country. They see that here we have a weapon for the people. We have to have a nothing. Then money here we have they don't need for capital pay. They have a gun business. We don't have a country to send the Almighty God for guiding us in the country because all of those people are depend on to guide all that. They're not even in the country. Because you just tell me that you're a justice minister, just to be going, you remain solid without giving you to the public.
Thank you very much. 0777105 0555105 are the numbers to call this morning. Huge consignment of drugs has been discovered in Gantanima County. How come we are just discovering drugs? I mean, I talked about drugs the last time, so we are just discovering ammunition every time in our country, especially when we are gearing up for election. Why is it happening? Somebody say we cannot blame the police, but we must blame the justice minister. The police is the first arm of the justice system. The police has been investigating some of these things, and they told us that we are investigating. We ensure that these investigations will be conclusively concluded. How come we are still in doubt? You cannot come back to us and say this is how far we are with this investigation, and we have discovered another one again. Where are we heading? Isn't the police? What is going on? 0777105 0555105 are the numbers to call this morning and be a part of it. It's the program here, the editorial review on ABC Radio 105.1. Yeah. These things should not be taken lightly. This situation of arms and ammunition being discovered should not be taken lightly in our country, because we know the history of these things in Liberia. And we are not and will not go back to these things. Yes, Liberia is on a path for reconstruction and development, and we will ensure that we remain on this path. Any other thing that will try to undermine this peace and this stability that we are enjoying will be resisted. Therefore, we must do all we can to ensure that we keep this place peaceful. Yes. So all of us that are responsible to do certain things to keeping this place peaceful must make sure that we do our part of it. And that's why we are calling the police. The police have got to be serious and very proactive. The police have got to be serious and very proactive. You cannot continue to be investigating, and you cannot end with one investigation. You cannot bring findings. And I always make reference to the two situations, the one at UL campus and the one on the Oro. There hasn't been a single person. The police say, oh, we arrested these people in connection to the violence on UL campus. We arrested these people in connection to the violence at Oro. Why? The people who are involved into them, are they above the law or what? Is that how we're going to run this in this place ahead of the election? Is that how the police is going to handle things? Konopache Suru, you and your men in blue need to be proactive and be very serious during this period. If it is a logistic problem, if it is resources, whatever the case is, make your case and tell the people that we will only do this if you provide this and do this, because this is the election. Anything outside of this thing, you know what election costs around the world, and Liberia will be no exception, especially in Africa. But we are not talking about that right now. Zero triple seven 105 100 0 100 are the numbers to call this morning and be a part of it. 0 105 100 and 0 105 100. I think this thing who knows where will be the next place they will find another ammunition again. They found it in Uganda. Maybe they're going. It's just spreading. What's going on? What is going on? Our security, our peace is very important. We've come a very long way, and there should be no turning back. There should be no turning back. Let's take this call. Hello. Good afternoon. Your name and where you join me from? Make your point, sir.
We're not looking at it from the perspective of the justice ministry, even the police director, all of them is based on the two of the person. Making the presidency of the because they don't want to use that. The Liberians are watching, the national community are watching, and they attempt to rig the election or bring in a
Hey, my brother, we
Labour Party has done that. So we are working with EOR. We are saying the election of our country now has changed. Means that when we have made our mind already. So the energy is of violence in our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 0 105 100 0 105 100. Yes, these things should be handled with caution and serious concern. We cannot allow these things to be swept under the carpet, because if we continue, it means that we might be going backward and we might be creating the very same thing that led us to our past. So whenever this situation of ammunition or this situation of violence, these things occur, we should do all we can, all in our powers, to ensure that we investigate it and get to the bottom of it so that it doesn't reoccur. Yes. But from the look of things, the police doesn't seem ready. Yes, I would say that. You go to riot scene, you go to a violence area, and you see that people are involved. You've seen it. The people who are involved, you cannot make a single arrest. What is going? What's happening? So people see it as a mean. Oh yeah, nothing will happen. We will cause the problem, and nobody will take us anywhere. By this time, we're supposed to be hearing the names of those who caused the violence on New York campus. By this time, we're supposed to be hearing the names of those who caused the violence on the Oro. They should be beyond bars. They should be facing the justice for their actions. But nothing of such. Nothing of such. 0777105 0555105 are the numbers to call this morning and be a part of it. Nothing of such. Yes. If you want to call on WhatsApp, you can use +231-775-030-966. +231-775-030-966 is the WhatsApp number. We must protect this country. We cannot afford to go back. We've made so many gains and we've made so many progress. And as such, we must protect it with all of our might. We must ensure that this place remains peaceful. Let's take this person. Hello. Your name and where your name and where you join me from? Make your point, sir.
What all you have said, actually, my brother, it is well taken. Well granted. So, the citizen, one thing here is that we're lacking our patriotism. That is one of the things that's stopping us Liberians. So we need to put patriotic matter first. That we should love our country first. The majority of us, we don't love this country. We are just here to do things like animals, you know, like second-hand animals. But if we love this nation, we'll see the difference. That is, we'll see the country how it's going to be like, the unity that you're going to see. But the country is divided, my brother. As you can see, it's divided. Now we need to put things together. We need to be more patriotic.
Okay.
Love one another, love our country. Because if we love the nation, we'll build this country together.
Thank you.
Something I suggested. Let me just go through it.
Yeah, conclude.
All right?
Go ahead.
Now, okay. There's a movement I really thought of picking it up by the name of the Patriotic Citizen Movement for Liberia.
Okay.
We need to start putting people together who had the brain
Okay.
of patriotism, who had the love.
Thank you.
One of the word of love for the country.
Thank you. We need to make way for our news here. So this is how we like to draw the curtains on the program. The editorial review here this morning. Shortly we join our news department for our May Day news. We do extend another invitation to you for tomorrow's presentation. But until then, it's bye-bye from our end. During the season coming soon.